I'm Jennifer Angel. These are my stars for you, Capricorn. Okay, now most of the activity and the energy this week is sitting in your solar fifth house. Okay, now this is a very social area. It's also an area where love can spark in your life, spark alive. If you're looking for love, then this is one of the times, because Venus is also in this area, and Mars. I love it when Venus and Mars are together, particularly when it's to do with love, because they're like the love duo. Venus is the romance and Mars is the passion. And for you, Capricorn, I think I might have said to you last week, or perhaps I wrote it. I get confused sometimes when I'm writing or saying something, but for you, it's like you can just walk around the corner and love's there. You can be single one moment and deeply in love the next moment. And if you've learned to tune in and to your intuition and recognize and trust your intuition, then you will know when someone comes into your life if they are going to play a significant role or they're just going to be passing through. Okay, so pay attention to that. As an earth sign, you're so very much in your mind and on the earthy and on the logical grounded senses. Man, if you can just pay attention and learn to trust your intuition as well, and you put the logic and the intuitiveness together, well, that's a winning formula. Okay, so this area of your chart also is very good for teamwork. So if you're working, if you're working alone as a solo unit, try to couple up with some people or get out to some groups so you can meet some like-minded people and try and couple up with people. You do your best work right now, Capricorn, if you can work within a productive teamwork. Of course, you need to work with the people that do like, respect, and trust as well. That goes without saying. So look out for that. Now, there are a couple of oppositions this week with your ruling planet Saturn. Now, Saturn is sitting in your solar 11th house. Now, this is also a good time to help other people. If you can help other people in some way without either with an agreement of a return, or it's also a good area where you can do charitable work and just be there to reach out for people. Now, of course, there's only a certain amount that you can do, because as a Capricorn, you're always busy. Don't I know it? I'm a fellow Capricorn, so all right, so let's get back to those oppositions. So the oppositions are in your fifth house, very social area of chart, and in the 11th house, which is very good for friends and connecting with people and for giving back. Now, at the start of the month, on the 1st, which is a Wednesday, we have Mars opposing Saturn. Okay, now this is quite a difficult energy because they're opposing energies. Saturn wants to take its time. Oh man, Saturn can sit there and be a little bit stubborn. It's also retrograde at the moment. Mars, of course, is the opposite. It wants to just get out there, do it, and doesn't want to wait for anyone. So there's like real sort of conflict happening here on some level of your life, and more in a personal area of your life, and you're not going to be able to do much about it. I mean, if it's not within your control, it's not within your control. You're not going to be able to budge someone else to go on your time schedule. At the end of the week, there's on, let's see, the 5th, which is Sunday, we have Mercury is going to oppose Saturn. Okay, so a couple of things here. It's almost like what transpires at the start of the week, you're going to be coming to terms with at the end of the week. But there is with this, of course, Mercury is the planet of communication, but you want to be careful that it's also the thinking planet. So it's good to start up a communication if you can put emotions aside, but it's good to think things through. Now, of course, the other side, there's always a flip side of the coin. And the other side of the coin is you want to be careful that you don't dwell on things too much, because being Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, you can really just, get into those Saturnian blues a little bit and start to isolate yourself. Okay, a little bit of isolation is fine for Capricorn, because it's sort of like you need that to sort of tune out, block off, and allow your mind to reflect. But when it gets too much, that's when you can get into the Saturnian blues. Okay, so okay, set a timer on your clock or your watch to go and do something else. Movement is always good. That can get the energy flowing. Okay, now you've got about a month here before all this energy moves into your solar sixth house, and that's going to be more to do with your work and getting things going on a work level. Okay, and now let's not forget that we're leading up in about 3 weeks time, 3 or 4 weeks time, on the 20th of May, another one of the Pluto Uranus squares. Okay, so this is three or the third or the fourth out of a series of 7 over a 3-year period. It's a pretty heavy duty aspect. It really does shift things, and of course in the process of shifting it can be confronting, but you do have Pluto in your sign. So Pluto is a transformational planet. Capricorn likes to build up. So, whatever it breaks down, it'll only break down to build up again, and it's like pushing the reset button. For you, it's in your sign, so it's going to affect your life, and it's also Uranus is sitting in your solar fourth house of home and family. Anyway, we'll talk about more about that as we get closer. Okay, have a great week, Capricorn. Thanks for watching. I'm Jennifer Angel.